You are here today because something inside you is burning. A fire that won't go out. A voice that won't be silenced. You have got dreams so big they scare you and goals so high they make others uncomfortable. Good. That's exactly where you need to be. Let me tell you something, the world doesn't hand out success like candy. It doesn't care about your wishes or your good intentions. The world responds to one thing and one thing only: results. And those results, they come from the work you put in when no one's watching. Think about it. Every great achievement in history started with someone working in silence. Someone who was willing to put in the hours, the sweat, the tears, while everyone else was sleeping, partying, or making excuses. They weren't posting about their dreams on social media. They weren't telling everyone about their big plans. No, they were too busy making those plans a reality. That's what we are talking about today. Ghosting everyone, grinding in silence, and then when the time is right, shocking them all with your success. Let's break this down. What does it mean to ghost everyone? I'm not talking about cutting off your friends and family. I'm talking about becoming invisible to the distractions, the naysayers, the time wasters. It's about creating a bubble around yourself where the only things that exist are you and your goals. When you are working towards something big, you will find that suddenly everyone has an opinion. They'll tell you it's impossible. They'll tell you to be realistic. They'll try to drag you down to their level because your ambition makes them uncomfortable. It shines a light on their own lack of drive. So what do? You ghost them. Not literally, but mentally. You create a force field around your dreams that their negativity can't penetrate. You smile, you nod, and then you go right back to work. Their words bounce off you because you are too focused on your vision to let them in. Ghosting everyone means protecting your energy. It means being selfish with your time and attention. Because here's the truth, you have only got so much of both. And if you are serious about achieving your goals, you need to guard them like a precious resource. Think about the greats in any field. The top athletes, the successful entrepreneurs, the groundbreaking artists. Do you think they achieved what they did by being available to everyone all the time? No, they created space for greatness. They ghosted the world so they could show up fully for their dreams. Let's talk about grinding in silence. This is where the real magic happens. This is where you separate yourself from the talkers and join the ranks of the doers. Grinding in silence means putting in the work day after day, especially when no one is watching. It's about having the discipline to choose discomfort over ease, growth over stagnation, progress over perfection. It's easy to work hard when you have got an audience. When people are watching, cheering you on, acknowledging your efforts. But that's not where real progress is made. Real progress happens in the quiet moments. The early mornings when you drag yourself out of bed to hit the gym while the world is still asleep. The late nights when you are hunched over your desk, refining your craft while others are out having fun. Grinding in silence means being your own biggest fan and your own toughest critic. It means celebrating your small wins privately and using your setbacks as fuel to push harder. It means understanding that the process is just as important as the end goal. Success isn't just about reaching the destination. It's about who you become on the journey. And grinding in silence shapes you in ways that nothing else can. It builds character. It forges resilience. It cultivates a mindset of excellence that becomes the foundation for everything you do. When you grind in silence, you are not just working towards your goals. You are reprogramming your mind. You are rewiring your habits. You are rebuilding yourself from the ground up into someone capable of achieving those big dreams. And here's the beautiful thing about grinding in silence, it compounds. Every day you put in the work, you are not just moving closer to your goals. You are building momentum. You are creating a gap between yourself and everyone else who's all talk and no action. Think about water dripping on a rock. One drop doesn't do much. 100 drops, 1,000 drops, still not much visible change. But keep that water dripping consistently, day after day, year after year, and eventually it will carve a canyon. That's what grinding in silence does. Each day might not feel significant. You might not see dramatic changes from one day to the next, but trust the process. Keep showing up. Keep putting in the work. Because one day you will look back and be amazed at how far you have come. Let's talk about the payoff. Shocking them all. This is the moment you have been working for. The moment when all that silent grinding, all those sacrifices, all those times you chose discipline over distraction, it all comes to fruition. Shocking them all isn't about proving others wrong, although that might be a nice side effect. It's about proving yourself right. It's about bringing your vision to life in such a powerful way that it can't be ignored. When you shock them all, you are not just achieving success. You are redefining what's possible. You are showing the world that dreams backed by relentless effort can become reality. Imagine the looks on their faces when they see what you have accomplished. The same people who doubted you, who tried to drag you down, who said it couldn't be done, they'll be the ones with their jaws on the floor. But here's the thing, by the time you shock them all, their opinions won't matter to you anymore. Because you will have discovered a truth that most people never realize: the only validation you need comes from within. You will have proven to yourself that you have what it takes. You will have seen firsthand the power of consistency, of resilience, of believing in yourself even when no one else does. And that knowledge, that's worth more than any external success. Shocking them all is about making your presence felt in a world that often tries to make you feel small. It's about taking up space, owning your achievements, and inspiring others to dream bigger. But remember, this shocking them all isn't a one-time event. It's not about one big success that you can rest on for the rest of your life. No, it's a way of life. It's about constantly pushing your boundaries, setting new goals, and then surpassing them. Because here's the secret that all truly successful people know: the journey never ends. There's always another mountain to climb, another skill to master, another goal to chase. And that's the beauty of it. So how do we put this into practice? How do we actually ghost everyone, grind in silence, and shock them all? It starts with clarity. You need to know exactly what you want. Not what society tells you to want, not what your parents want for you, not what looks good on Instagram. What do you want? What's that big, audacious goal that both excites and terrifies you? Once you have that clarity, it's time to make a plan. Break that big goal down into smaller, actionable steps. Create a roadmap for yourself. This is crucial because it's easy to get overwhelmed when you are looking at the big picture. But when you have a step-by-step plan, suddenly that mountain looks a lot more climbable. Next, it's time to ghost everyone. This doesn't mean becoming a hermit. It means creating boundaries. It means learning to say no to things that don't align with your goals. It means being selective about who you spend your time with and what information you consume. In this age of constant connectivity, ghosting everyone might mean turning off your notifications. It might mean scheduling specific times for social media instead of mindlessly scrolling throughout the day. It might mean having some tough conversations with friends or family who drain your energy or distract you from your path. Remember, you are not being rude. You are not being selfish. You are being purposeful. You are creating the space you need to focus on your dreams. Now, onto the grinding in silence part. This is where discipline comes in. This is where you need to fall in love with the process, not just the end goal. Start by creating a routine that supports your goals. If you want to be a writer, that might mean waking up an hour earlier each day to write before work. If you want to start a business, it might mean using your lunch breaks to work on your business plan. If you want to get in the best shape of your life, it might mean meal prepping on Sundays and never missing a workout. Whatever your goal, create a routine that moves you closer to it every single day. And then stick to that routine like your life depends on it. Because in a way it does. The life you want, the life you are working towards, it depends on your ability to show up day after day, especially when you don't feel like it. Grinding in silence also means celebrating your small wins privately. Did you write 500 words today? Celebrate it. Did you make one sales call? Celebrate it. Did you resist the urge to skip your workout? Celebrate it. These small wins compound over time. They build your confidence and reinforce your commitment to the process. But grinding in silence isn't just about the good days. It's about how you handle the bad days too. The days when everything seems to go wrong. The days when you feel like giving up. These are the days that define you. On these days, grinding in silence means picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and getting back to work. It means using failure as feedback, not as a reason to quit. It means understanding that setbacks are not permanent unless you allow them to be. And through it all, remember, you are not just working towards a goal. You are building your character. You are developing mental toughness. You are becoming the kind of person who can achieve anything they set their mind to. Let's talk about the final piece, shocking them all. This is where all your hard work pays off. This is where you step out of the shadows and into the spotlight. But here's the thing, if you have truly been grinding in silence, this moment will feel less like a shock and more like an inevitable result of your efforts. Shocking them all isn't about sudden, overnight success. It's about consistent, undeniable progress that can no longer be ignored. It's about the cumulative effect of all those early mornings, late nights, and sacrificed weekends. When you shock them all, you do it not with words, but with results. You do it by letting your work speak for itself. You do it by being so good they can't ignore you. But remember, shocking them all isn't the end. It's just the beginning. Because once you have achieved one goal, it's time to set a new one. Once you have climbed one mountain, it's time to find a higher one. This is the mindset that separates the truly great from the merely good. The understanding that success is not a destination, but a journey. That there's always room for growth, always room for improvement. So as you ghost everyone, as you grind in silence, as you prepare to shock them all, keep this in mind. You are not just working towards a goal. You are building a lifestyle. You are creating a legacy. You are showing the world what's possible when someone decides to bet on themselves, to put in the work, to persist in the face of doubt and adversity. And let me tell you something, there's no limit to what you can achieve with this mindset. There's no dream too big, no goal too audacious. Because when you ghost everyone, you free yourself from the limitations others try to place on you. When you grind in silence, you develop the skills and the mental toughness to overcome any obstacle. And when you shock them all, you inspire others to dream bigger, to reach higher, to believe in themselves. Commit to ghosting the distractions, the naysayers, the time wasters. Commit to grinding in silence, to putting in the work day after day, regardless of whether anyone notices or appreciates it. Commit to shocking them all. Not for the recognition, but for the personal satisfaction of knowing you gave it your all. Because here's the truth, the world needs people like you. People who aren't afraid to dream big. People who are willing to put in the work. People who lead by example and inspire others to reach for the stars. You have greatness within you. You have the power to redefine what's possible. You have the ability to leave a mark on this world that will outlast your time here. So go out there, ghost everyone, grind in silence, shock them all, and in the process become the best version of yourself. The world is waiting for you to show up, to step into your power, to make your mark. Remember, your time is now. Your moment is here. The only question is, are you ready to seize it? Go forth and conquer. The world is yours for the taking. But here's the catch, it won't be handed to you on a silver platter. You have got to reach out and grab it with both hands. You have got to be willing to do what others won't, to go where others fear to tread, to push past the boundaries that hold most people back. Think about that for a moment. The world with all its opportunities, all its resources, all its potential, it's right there in front of you. But how many people actually take advantage of that? How many truly stretch themselves to their limits, pushing past their comfort zones to see what they're really capable of? Not many. And that's good news for you. Because while others are sitting on the sidelines, afraid to take risks, afraid to fail, afraid to stand out, you are going to be out there making moves, taking chances, and creating your own opportunities. The world doesn't belong to the timid. It doesn't belong to those who play it safe. It belongs to the bold, the brave, the ones who are willing to put it all on the line for what they believe in. So ask yourself, what do you believe in? What are you willing to fight for? What's that dream that keeps you up at night, that gets your heart racing, that makes you feel truly alive? Whatever it is, that's what you need to focus on. That's what you need to pursue with every fiber of your being. Because when you are truly passionate about something, when you are driven by a purpose bigger than yourself, that's when you become unstoppable. And let me tell you something, the world needs more unstoppable people. It needs more dreamers, more doers, more people who refuse to accept the status quo. Because that's how progress happens. That's how we push humanity forward. Every great invention, every revolutionary idea, every world-changing movement, they all started with someone who dared to think differently. Someone who looked at the world not as it is, but as it could be. You have that power within you. You have the ability to see possibilities where others see obstacles. You have the capacity to create solutions where others only see problems. But here's the thing, that power, that ability, that capacity is not worth anything if you don't use it. It's like having a Ferrari in your garage but never taking it out for a drive. What a waste that would be. So don't waste your potential. Don't let your dreams gather dust. Take that Ferrari out for a spin. Push it to its limits. See just how far you can go. Because the truth is, you are capable of so much more than you realize. We all are. But most of us never find out because we are too afraid to try. We are too comfortable in our routines, too attached to our safety nets. But comfort is the enemy of growth. Safety is the adversary of adventure. If you want to achieve great things, if you want to make your mark on the world, you have got to be willing to get uncomfortable. You have got to be willing to take risks. I'm not talking about being reckless. I'm talking about calculated risks. I'm talking about weighing the potential rewards against the potential consequences and then having the courage to take action. Because here's another truth in life. You either win or you learn. There's no such thing as losing unless you choose to see it that way. Every setback, every failure, every disappointment, it's all just feedback. It's all just information you can use to adjust your approach, to refine your strategy, to get better for next time. So don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of not trying. Be afraid of looking back on your life with regret. wondering what if, be afraid of settling for less than you are capable of. Remember, the world is yours for the taking. But you have got to be willing to step up and take it. You have got to be willing to put yourself out there, to be vulnerable, to risk failure in pursuit of success. And yes, it's scary. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, it's going to push you to your limits. But that's where the magic happens. That's where you discover what you are truly made of. Think about a time when you achieved something you were proud of. Maybe it was acing a difficult exam, or landing a job you really wanted, or completing a physical challenge you didn't think you could do. How did you feel in that moment? Exhilarated, right? Powerful, unstoppable. That feeling, that's what life is all about. That's what it means to truly live, to push yourself beyond your perceived limitations and discover just how capable you really are. And the beautiful thing is, you can have that feeling again and again. You can make it a regular part of your life. All you have to do is keep pushing, keep growing, keep challenging yourself. Because growth isn't a one-time event. It's not something you do once and then you're done. It's a lifelong process. It's a commitment you make to yourself to always be learning, always improving, always striving for more. And as you grow, as you push yourself to new heights, you will find that your perspective changes. Things that once seemed impossible start to look achievable. Goals that once seemed out of reach start to feel within your grasp. That's because success breeds success. Each time you overcome an obstacle, each time you achieve a goal, you build confidence. You prove to yourself that you are capable of great things. And that confidence, that self-belief is like rocket fuel for your ambitions. So start small if you need to. Set a goal that stretches you but doesn't break you. Achieve it. Celebrate it. Then set a bigger goal. Achieve that. Celebrate again. Keep raising the bar. Keep pushing yourself further. Before you know it, you will be achieving things you never thought possible. You will be living a life beyond your wildest dreams. But remember, this journey isn't just about personal gain. It's about making a difference. It's about using your unique talents, your unique perspective, your unique experiences to contribute something meaningful to the world. Because when you take the world, when you seize those opportunities, when you push yourself to excel, you are not just changing your own life. You are changing the lives of those around you. You are setting an example. You are showing others what's possible when you refuse to give up on your dreams. Think about the ripple effect of your actions. When you succeed, you inspire others to believe in themselves. When you overcome obstacles, you show others that they can do the same. When you make a positive impact, you encourage others to do their part in making the world a better place. That's the real power you hold. That's the real reason why the world is yours for the taking. Because when you take it, when you make the most of your potential, you lift others up along with you. So don't just do it for yourself. Do it for all the people who would be inspired by your journey. Do it for all the lives you can touch, all the positive change you can create. Imagine a world where everyone was striving to be their best selves, where everyone was pushing their limits and chasing their dreams. What kind of world would that be? A world of innovation, of progress, of solutions to problems we once thought unsolvable. You have the power to contribute to that world. You have the power to be a catalyst for positive change. All you have to do is believe in yourself, commit to your growth, and take action every single day. Remember, the world doesn't change in big, dramatic moments. It changes in small, consistent actions repeated day after day. It changes when ordinary people like you and me decide to do extraordinary things. So decide today. Decide that you are going to make the most of your potential. Decide that you are going to chase your dreams with everything you have got. Decide that you are going to take the world and make it better. Because the world is waiting for you. It's waiting for your ideas, your energy, your passion. It's waiting for you to step up and make your mark. Don't let it wait any longer. Don't let another day go by without taking a step towards your dreams. Don't let fear hold you back from the incredible future that's waiting for you. The world is yours for the taking. So take it. Grab it with both hands and don't let go. Push yourself beyond your limits. Dream bigger than you ever have before. And most importantly, take action. Because at the end of the day, that's what separates the dreamers from the achievers. Action. Consistent, persistent, relentless action. So what action will you take today? What step will you take towards your dreams? What will you do to start taking the world that's waiting for you? It doesn't have to be a big step. It just has to be a step in the right direction. Every journey begins with a single step. And your journey to greatness, your journey to making your mark on the world, it begins right here, right now. The world is yours for the taking. So go out there and take it. Your future self will thank you for it.